Hey YouTube, it's your boy Voodoo Charlie. I'm on here today because I was talking to a coworker of mine, and he was telling me how he does videos solely to help him if he's looking for something and it's taking him a while to find it, how to do it. So he figures it out, does it, and then does a video. So I'm kind of in the same predicament. Um, as you can know from this title, this is connecting to a Raspberry Pi. Um, with no monitor, no keyboard, no nothing, using a Linux computer. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using VNC and SSH. So the first thing we want to do is right now I'm on my Linux Mint desktop, and we're going to go ahead and open up the terminal. And as you can see, I'm on my desktop here. So what we're going to do first and foremost is we're going to SSH pi at, and then you want your IP address for your Raspberry Pi. My current one is 192.168.1.4. Okay. Now it's going to ask for the password. Now, the typical username and password for the Raspberry Pi is username is pi, password is raspberry. So I'm going to go ahead and type in the password. And perfect. Now I'm on the Raspberry Pi. Now I'm logged into that. So what I need to do now is sudo apt get install type vnc server and let this run. Now while this is running and installing, I'm going to go ahead and open up my software manager. Bring this. So you want to accept this. This is just saying, yes, I want to install this software onto my Raspberry Pi. I want to install this type VNC viewer. Now, what I'm going to install on my desktop is this program here called Vinagre or Vinagre or something like that. So the reason I want this is because I want to be able to view my Raspberry Pi. I also use this same program to log on to my wife's Windows box. I use it to log into my daughter's Linux computers. I use it to log into my server. I use it to log into my work laptop. Any computer on my network, I use it to log into. And the reason I use it for that very reason is it makes it easy if I'm working from something that's familiar to me, my keyboard, my mouse, instead of going into another room and doing something. So now Vinagre is installed. So we'll go ahead and exit out that. Now we're still downloading and installing the software on the Raspberry Pi, the Type VNC server. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll be back when it's done installing. Alright, and we're back. It's done installing now. So the next thing we want to do is we're already logged into the Raspberry Pi via SSH. So what we can do now is we can actually exit the Pi. We can exit terminal. So now I want to open up Vinagre, which is right here, remote desktop viewer. Okay. So we want to VNC. Our host is going to be 192.168.1.4 colon 5901. All right. Before we do that, hold on. SSH. I forgot to do something, so let me do this real quick. Forgot to run the type VNC server. So you want to type VNC server. Now it's asking for a password for you to be able to log in. The password doesn't have to be super secure, if you don't want it to be, or if you want it to be. It just has to be 8 characters long. I'm gonna pick something that's very simple. So I'm gonna pick Rasper without the Y. Like the video I seen on how to do this with Windows, and it was quite different dealing with Windows, to the Pi. But the basic just was there, so I'm kind of stealing a few ideas from there. Now, as far as a view-only password, no, because I never want to run this in view-only. I'm doing this solely for me. So now, again, we're going to exit. All right, so here we are. We have our host 192.168.1.4:5901. All right, and we're going to connect. Now it's going to ask for the password, and this is the password that you provided earlier. When you typed it in, you only have to type in that password once. So, and we're going to authenticate. There we go. I mistyped the password. And here we are on the Raspberry Pi. So now I can go into it. I can program it Python if I wanted to. I can go play Minecraft Pi, or I can do some Python games, which there are plenty in here. It does run a little slow. Whenever you're in here, it does run a little slow, but not super slow. This is the Raspberry Pi 1, or the Pi 2 Alpha, or something like that. It's an older version of Pi. It's not the 1 gigahertz, 1 gig of RAM type situation. But we could go in and we could play Worm, we could play Tetris, we can do whatever we want there. So that is how to SSH and use Vinagre, VNC, with the Raspberry Pi. Have a good day.